guys, and welcome to week number 3, where we're going to be talking about what I've been doing recently for my exercise and what I'm planning on doing this month. And I'm sorry if I look all sweaty. It's extremely hot in Calgary right now, and I don't have air conditioning, so I'm dying. Anyways, we'll try to get this video done without too much sweat involved. So I recently, after quite a few emails, got some info back from the judges of my second competition, and they were brutal but honest, and it has given me something to work towards. I wish I had gotten a response sooner, so I could have been working on it a while ago and maybe starting to lean out already, because apparently that's what I have to do. But by all means, I have something to work on now, so that's what I'm doing. And basically, I was told that as far as they can remember, my stage presence was pretty good, which I'm glad to hear. But that my lower back wasn't lean enough, and that my quads weren't developed enough as compared to my shoulders. So my shoulders were pretty lean and defined, and once I'm all leaned out, I have a fairly good cap on my shoulders, but symmetry wise my legs didn't match what my shoulders were looking like. So that being said, that's what I'm going to be working on now. So I've put a lot more emphasis on my quad training, and so basically, the majority of people, it's just normal to do chest and tris on Monday. I don't know why, it's just kind of normally the way programs are designed. So now I always do my quads at the beginning of the week before everything's tired out, and I always come in on Monday ready to go. So I want that to be my strong day, and that's why I'm doing quads on that day. I also have incorporated 2 days of legs a week instead of just one. And ironically, for my prep for my last competition, I wanted my shoulders to look really good, and I was doing 2 shoulder days a week. And guess what happened? My shoulders looked too muscular in comparison to everything else. So judging by that, I think that maybe adding the 2 quad days will help my game plan here. So that's what I'm doing. So 2 days of quads a week, or 2 leg days basically a week, and also making sure that I put one of them at the beginning of the week. And also on days that I'm doing just like full legs, I make sure that I do quads first. So before my body's all tired out, I'm working on those legging parts. So yeah, that's the plan when it comes to that. Also, I guess I'll just kind of give you a little rundown of what I was doing last month. I basically, once I was done my competition, I started from square one. I was at the mindset that I had to lift heavy in order to build some muscle. And I've changed that mindset completely for this prep, and we'll see what happens. For the past month, I was working on time under tension. So I pretty much halved my weight on everything, and I made sure that I was doing full range of motion, full contraction, and really concentrating on using the muscle that I wanted to target. Really, you don't even need weights. Like, if you're doing a bicep curl and you are really concentrating on squeezing that bicep muscle, you can get a good workout just holding a tin can, or not even holding anything at all. So if you really have that mind-muscle connection, you can get a really good workout. And so time under tension, I was basically making every rep last 10 seconds and doing 8, 10, 12 reps, usually 8 to 10. And yeah, so basically everything was really, really slow and controlled, and getting back to the basics of making sure that I was doing everything really well, and making sure that I'm using every muscle group that I need to be so that everything kind of remains symmetric. Because when it comes to competitions, I mean, you can build and build and build and build, but if symmetry is not right, or you're lifting too much weight, so your body's compensating for for a weaker body part, you start to look imbalanced. And yeah, so I'm working on that and going back to my roots and back to square one, and hopefully that will help in the long run. And so I did 4 weeks of that, and now I'm working on density workouts. So I'm basically doing, density is doing the most amount of work you can in the least amount of time. So it actually has been pretty good for the lifestyle, because for this week, I haven't done a crazy amount of sets, but I've been doing low reps, low rest in between sets. So my heart rate has been super high, and I've been able to finish my workouts really quick. So I have more time with my daughter and more time with my family, and more time for food prep and all that great stuff. So, but as the weeks go on, like next week I will add more sets, and then week 3 I'll add even more sets, and with the same rest periods. So I'll still be doing a great amount of work in the least amount of time possible, but the time under tension, like the time that my muscles are working, will be longer. So right now my workouts are probably lasting about 30 minutes, and then by the end of the month they'll be around an hour. So, and much to my dismay, since I got the news that I wasn't lean enough last time, I have already started cardio. Very minimal cardio. I'm just keeping my heart rate around 145, just kind of getting the blood flowing. It's almost like a warm-up. And just kind of trying to shock my system a little bit, and my cardio will change all the time. I don't want my body to get used to anything and back myself into the corner at the end, as they say. And so I'm not overdoing it right now, but I am starting to get the blood flowing, and hoping for the best. I am still going to stay at 2,300 calories for the next few weeks, just to keep fueling those muscles and hoping for a little bit more growth before I start really cutting. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan for the next 3 weeks here, and yeah, excited to tell you how things are going to change next month. I guess it kind of depends on how the next 3 weeks go, and yeah. As far as one thing that I found really interesting, and I'll go into supplements I'm taking in the nutrition video, or maybe next week on the random how everything's fitting into my life video. But one thing I found really interesting is when I was working on the time under tension, I also used that month, because I didn't need crazy amounts of energy because I wasn't doing this density stuff. I eliminated all caffeine, all stimulants, all anything that I was taking before. So I wasn't drinking coffee other than Wednesday girls' day that I meet up with some friends, and we have coffee. And I meet with my daughter's great grandparents once a week, and I've already eliminated meals with them, so I can't eliminate my coffee with them too, or they're gonna get peeved. So basically I was having 2 coffees a week. I eliminated all my pop. I was drinking tons of water, no pre-workout drinks, anything with stimulant basically in it. I eliminated for an entire month. And I just added it back this week, and what I found really interesting was that the calorie burn for this week as compared to last on the exact same workouts literally doubled. So that's pretty good information for me to know that what those pre-workouts do. They definitely get my heart rate going. I don't feel any buzz or uncomfort or anything. Like I almost always thought like, oh, my husband always feels something with these things, but I never feel anything. But apparently my body does react to it, so that was a good thing to know. And you don't learn these things unless you eliminate them for a while and then add them back in kind of slowly one at a time, so you know what's doing what. So I found that pretty interesting. And the only other thing I was going to mention was I do like to know exactly what's going into my body, exactly what output I'm creating through my workouts and everything, so I do wear a heart rate monitor every day. Some people probably would say that's a little bit obsessive, but I'm totally a numbers gal, and I just like to keep track of everything. I just find it fascinating. So I do wear one for every workout, so I do know exactly what my body is burning, and when I'm doing cardio, know exactly where my heart rate is. And that's something that I've been using for well over a year now, and I'm just fascinated by the whole process. So yeah, that's one other thing I add into all my workouts. So for now, that's what I'm doing. I think this video has gotten long enough once again, and looking forward to seeing you next week. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to come up with yet, but leave some comments if you have something in particular you want to hear about. Otherwise, I will put my thinking cap on and we'll see you next week. Talk to you later. Bye.